In this video, I'm going to show you how to choose and then mix your colors so that you will absolutely love them. By the end of this video, you'll have the simple system to pick the perfect colors every time. So where do you start? Well, I start with picking the vibe I want. This will guide all your color choices at the very beginning. I start with, do I want a warm feeling or a cool feeling or a mix of both? I also choose whether I'm going for calm or vibrant, chaotic, or whatever I'm feeling at the time. So I just really have to think about what do I feel right now and how I'm gonna convey that to the viewers of my art. And if I'm not quite sure what I'm feeling right now, I always go to my favorite colors. And those colors are easy to know because you wear them, you decorate with them, and sometimes I'll go on the internet and I'll look through color schemes and I'll choose whichever ones are standing out to me at that moment. So think about how you feel right now, and that feeling's gonna come out in your painting. The next thing is you really need to become friends with the color wheel. That color wheel is gonna help you when you go to mix and choose colors. It's so important that I dedicated an entire chapter in my book, Get Started with Acrylics. For vibrant colors, you're gonna wanna use what's around the color wheel. I like to think of them as the colors straight out of the tubes because that's them at their most vibrant. Now you can mix other colors next to each other and they can stay vibrant too. So if I'm gonna mix yellow with green to get a yellowish green, that's going to still make a vibrant yellow green. If I mix yellow and blue, it's going to make a vibrant green, but there's a little bit of a trick to that. So in every color, there are a warm version of that color and cooler versions of that color. So you could take all the yellows and you could put them in order from warm to cool. Now, if I take the warmer versions of those colors and I mix it with a warm version of another color, such as a warm yellow with a warm blue, well then I'm gonna get a less vibrant green. If I take cool blue and a cool yellow, I'm going to get a very vibrant green. That's a super important trick to understand. Now it's also important to understand that when you have vibrant colors next to dull colors, for example, your grays and your browns, then the colors that are more vibrant are gonna stand out even more. So that's how you get vibrant paintings. How do you get softer looking paintings and colors? Well, that's pretty easy once you know the color wheel. So if I take a color that is complementary, so across from another color, and I mix them together, I'm going to get the dullest version of those color mixes because those color mixes make grays and brownish grays and browns, and it's really, really cool. The more you mix colors with other colors, the duller that they get. Also, of course, we know that when we add white to a color, it lightens it, but it also dulls that color down. You'll see that in pastels. If I add black to a color, it's going to darken it, but it's also going to make that color more earthy. That's pretty cool. And I want to have those earthy colors if I'm going for a soft look or I'm painting landscapes. Even when I'm painting skin tones, I want to have softer colors. Unless I'm going for like a more edgy look. Now you have to keep in mind that when you have base colors down, so maybe you paint yellow first over your entire canvas, that's gonna make all the colors that are sitting on top that maybe have some transparency to them be more vibrant. And the same thing happens if I were to paint this a very dark color or a very dull color, maybe I start with gray, then it's also gonna dull all the colors that lay on top of it. So it's really important to understand that layering is also a way of mixing colors. Now, using a limited palette is a game changer. There are tons of colors out there and there's tons to choose from then. And that's a wonderful thing, but it's also like a really hard thing to choose just a few of those colors. So what I like to do is I like to choose a mother color. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to take that mother color and I'll mix that with other colors on my color wheel or other colors that I want in my painting. I'll mix it with blue, and I'll mix it with my yellow, and I'll mix it with my red, and I get all these colors that come from the same family. They make a family because they all create harmony together because they have a little bit of the mother color in there. Too bad this doesn't work with real families because we all want to create harmony, right? But that's how you get harmony in your painting and get your colors to belong. And that's also something to keep in mind. If you don't want a color to belong, you can make that color pop or stand out by having all the other colors in here harmonious or softer, and then having a pop of a different color. And that's just one thing that I do. There's way more in that book. But I challenge you to try to just use a few colors in your paintings. And a great way to experiment with colors is by painting in an art journal. Let me show you my art journals. This one I made into an ebook so that you can paint along. And I came up with prompts that you can follow and write about. And then you can see that there's color schemes with each one of these, and you can try out color schemes. And those 20 prompts have videos along with them. So if you struggle with painting, you can always follow right along with what I'm doing. But if you're wanting to be creative, I always encourage you to do that too. So one of the other things that I like to do is I like to have a little fun with color. So I'll put color in a jar, just color samples like this, and I choose them out. And I can only pick 6 or 5 colors, whatever I decide at the time. And then sometimes I like to choose just an experimental other thing to put in my paintings. But what that does to me is it challenges me at the same time seeing if I like that color theme that I may have never thought of before. And then I'll use them in a painting. So what I'll do is I'll take this sketch, this play that I had in my art journal where I relaxed, and then I'll paint it, and I'll also take a little more time to relax while I paint it. And then you can always make what you learn bigger. And then when you go big, it saves you time and it prevents you from making mistakes. Explore first, experiment, and have fun with color. You'll learn more about color as you work with them. I like to go to the painting stores and pick out color swatches, and then I will match my paint colors to those color swatches. Now, if you have trouble matching colors, I have a whole lesson on that, and you can watch a video after this video, or I'll put the link in the description. It's really important that you also go over to createfulart.com, where I give you 5 free art lessons. And in one of those lessons, it talks about color and matching colors. And one of my greatest tools, which I'll grab, is this. It's a color chart. And sometimes I'll go through and I'll be like, I feel like painting with this color, and I'll paint with that color. And then I know what colors to mix together to get that color. It's a really cool tool. And that's one of my 5 free art lessons. So go to createfulart.com, get those because they're free and they're fun. My goal is to help you become a better artist. And so I'll send out emails with lessons to help you do so. And don't forget that I also have ebooks to help you out. I have an acrylic painting guide, and I also have my art journal ebook. And these are ebooks because they actually have links and videos in them that you can click on and watch a full video. And in all of my workshops, I also have full video tutorials that you can paint right along. And you'll see in my workshops, you'll see a list of colors and those colors and how to mix them. And the more that you mix those colors with me and we work with them while I'm painting with you, you're going to start getting color. You'll just understand it. This is a place to express yourself, and you have to practice expressing yourself to be able to feel confident in doing so. And that's what I want you to become, is a confident artist. I don't want you to ever struggle with your colors again. So if you can see this other free video that will help you match colors, please watch that. That'll help you out a lot. And don't forget to go to createfulart.com and sign up for those 5 free lessons so that you can also make your color chart. I think I created this color chart like years ago, and I still use it.